Hey, good morning,
for
everyone.
another.
So while we're waiting, yeah, just curious, like, may I know how many of us in the room will be joining the global symposium? Just curious.
Oh, I'm not
Are you
joining
going?
this year. Not
Yeah.
me.
Oh, Joanne, you're not going?
No.
Oh, then sorry, Moy, I'm not going neither. Since Joanne's
Really?
not going,
Mm.
Really?
I'm not sure Moy is listening enough.
Morning, you're coming to, right? You're coming to global, right? Of course. You're joking, right?
I'm thinking about it. But definitely come to the APEC symposium. Yes, yes,
Yeah, of course you have to. So
yes,
excited
yes.
to see your dance.
Yeah. Let's think. Yeah, see about it after Chan's performance and
Oh
see how
yeah.
things.
Yes, yes. I'm looking forward to it too. It's playing. Okay.
Okay. Probably we can start now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
hello everyone. So, welcome to today's OHDSI APAC Scientific Forum. Today's session is still part of the APAC Value Study Journey. Okay. So, Phuc will give a presentation with a title Introduction to the Value 2026 Package. So Phuc, the floor is yours. Thank you.
So good morning. Can you see my screen sharing?
Yes, I can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So welcome to the APAC-VALUE study update. For this study, we characterize on the vampire utilization exposure among men and women in the childbearing age worldwide. So today, I would like to share the value 2026 R package, which is the analysis package for participating sites. And I would like to thank you, our team member, including Jason, Seti, and Natalie. We all like working together to pump up these kinds of the study package. So just look at the roadmap of our value study. We been through a long way from April for the kickoff, and in May we already review for the treatment guidelines across the countries in the APAC region and explore some theories on characterization and treatment pathway. And further in June, we came to frame up a research question and outlines for the protocol. And recently in July, the study has already shared some of the cohort definitions and how to build up a characterization and treatment pathway in Atlas. And today in our scientific forum, I'd like to introduce the package with called Value 2026 to execute our Value APAC study. So for the package, I can call it is one of the function code to integrate into our AMARC CDM to generate the cohort, which is in the vampire outcome, and then they can working on together with another package to build up the denominator tables and to execute the prevalence and incidence as well as the drug utilization and to characterize the population in one package. And then they put them all in one output folder to share to the study host. So what will you produce when you use the package value 2036? It is the combination of several packages in our RDC domain into one package. So in here, we employ the incident prevalence. We can help us to generate the annual new users per 100,000 person year with the 1 year washout period, and also have to generate the annual percentage denominator with any vampire you use. Secondly, we use the drug utilization also in our RDC Europe partner to generate the duration, the dosage, the treatment episodes, and the prescription rate or dispensation rate depends on the feature of the data partners. And then we use the characterizations from the Hades to create a table one for demographic comorbidities and co-medications. what is the requirement of the package? Certainly we need to have our database convert to the ARMAP CDM, which is rely on the SQL Server or PostgreSQL Server, and the database can enable the package to write access to a result schema for the cohort and for the denominator tables generations. For the R environment, you can refer to the headers of the Odyssey, help you to learn how to install R for the Odyssey study execution. But in here, we require the R version higher than 4.2.3, and then you can download the JDBC drivers to have to run the database connected to the ARMAP CDM. And for this package, we don't require any Atlas or Web API install required, because the Vampire cohort already shipped inside the package, and it can help you to convert to the Odyssey SQL at runtime by a dependency called CCR. Yes, please stop me if I go too fast or you have any question. Thank you. For the installation, first you can set up the install via remote and install GitHub to the Odyssey Taiwan and Value 2026. Since the package is still in the under development phase, so we haven't folded to the major Odyssey's GitHub, but we still keep it in our Odyssey Taiwan GitHub, so you can use it and you can run by your side. And the second is we recommend to restore on the exact validated environment by using the re-env to restore. So they help you to pin every dependencies to the current release. And why we build the version? Because the results must be comparable across the database partner. And we set up the R version at 4.2.3, and we also set up the CDM connector package at 2.6 for the incident prevalence version 1.3 and the utilization at 1.3. The other notice is about the credential. Since one of the notice is that never time the credential directly into the script, so you need to copy by yourself, and then you put on those kinds of the credential from your private environment. So when you set up the credential, then you can copy the code to run template to edit in your private copy, not in the install package, and you only need 2 sessions to fill. So everything else is pre-filled for the execution. The first one, the step 2 is to fill in your size setting. So in here, we set up the DBMS, mean the database management system, either on the SQL Server, or you can switch to PostgreSQL, which is adapt your CDM features, and you set up for your you claims for your CDM name here. For example, if we from a team U, we will claim our CDM name on the team U CRD, and then the other detail we have to claim by the code. And the most interesting one is to execute the study. So you just click on the value 2026 execute, and the code will have to run on the way to execute from the cohort generator to the denominator tables and to the characterization to the prevalent incident, and also they combine all together in one output folder. So just a very single chorus to entire analyze it end to end. So if you can run the code successfully, they will produce those kinds of the table, including the prevalence, the drug utilization, the prescription rate, the exposure per patient, and the table 1. and also some of the figure to visualize the incident by gender, by person year, either like prevalence and the hospitalization summary and the trend and also the preclusion rate. And if you can like execute the output folder, we can help you to like make up an application report that look similar to what like I show here on the screen. So it's not in the R package, but from outside. So you will share from your side to us, and then we can help you to build those kind of the application report. And some of the notice about the privacy and what to share. So you just need to share only the contents of the output folder, and like you never list the database credential and the connection string or the patient level data, with the packet only export the aggregate result and your edit code to a script. You don't need to share that to other site. Otherwise, we also have some common issue you might encounter during your execution. Like you cannot like find the JDBC drivers. The cohort generates the 0 rows or the SQL server. The package version don't match with your environment, or the characterization unavailable. So with all those common issue, you can like refer to the GitHub to find out what is the problem. The problem you can fix by yourself. Like you can share that issue to us, so we can help to solve your issue while you execute the code. So thank you for your attention, and like I would like to hear from your opinion or any question related to the execution. Thank you. Hi, T1.
Hi, Phuc. Yeah, thank you for your presentation. I have like several questions for about the execution, and
Yes.
my question is, like in your own setup, did you run into any issues testing like incidence prevalence package in your side? Because I'm so sorry, I never checked I haven't checked the package you uploaded at the GitHub yet, but um, recently I'm trying to run the incidence and prevalence analysis for another study, and I've been like considering like several packages, and but I ended up giving up using the incidence prevalence package because of the ODBC requirements that it has. But since we are using JDBC and it has kind of conflict between there, so like I was just curious, in your environment, do you have any? Did you have any issues using that package? Yeah.
Mm, mm, yeah, thank you for your question. So you mean you never use the JDBC driver, right? Because like for the connection, we have two options. Uh,
Mhm.
the general option, we need to use the connection details from the
Mhm.
database connector from our
Mhm.
RDCs in general. The
Mhm.
second option is to use the CDM connector,
Yeah.
uh, which is produced by the European team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And for those kinds of the package like prevalent incident and drug utilization, it also developed by the European team.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we would like to set up on those connections to the generation, which is they can be meshed on together with the cohort generation process. Uh, but in here, we understand that like some of the data partners, they can either use the CDM connector and the database connector specifically. It's based on the database and the owner. So far, from my experience, I also find some of the problem why we connect that is the difference between the version. Some of the version we cannot work on our package. So I fixed the version back to, let's see, here, 2.6. And I also like decorate our version to 4.2.3. So to ensure those versions match on together, they can like help you to run the code successfully. Is that answer your question?
Oh, not really, but Chan raised his hand, so he maybe he might give
Yeah, sorry.
me some feedback, right?
There is
Sure.
I think an elephant in the room. Like we have divergent packages system ecosystem between Europe and the other world. So I think in my institution it's very hard to use CDM connector because the hospital provides the kind of platform which does not support what is that, the JDBC here. So we need to figure it out how we can use this. And sure, but several institutions may not use these as well. But that is the pros and cons because European institutions are more familiar with this ecosystem and others would not. But yeah, we need to try, but not sure.
Yes. So have you tried to run the package in the database from Yonsei? If not, you
Not
can
for
try
the
yep.
previously, yeah, we tried. Previously, we tried, but not for value study, but for the other study, we tried this, and then I think we failed. We've never.
Yeah, we never, and it's very tricky and it's really complicated to like transfer OHDBC to JDBC and like so we kind of like end up giving up using the packages from European colleagues, but it is really important that we have to find some way to like make it interoperable between two connectors. But in this case, in this time of the moment, I believe it will be a little bit hard to run this package that you actually build in our institution. Like it seems like.
The best solution would be make a CDM connector and database connector compatible with each other. Like we need to make a database connector for ODBC or JDBC, and then
ODBC.
Yes, I think that's a good suggestion. We will try that. So we make a comparable like between the CDM connector and the database connector on together to get like a different setting database partner can run the study.
Yeah, I think that would be great. That would be really great. And if you success, like please let us know how you did it because it would be really.
I can figure out that's not very easy. That's quite tricky because like when we using the database connector, it has some gap and some like conflict between the package built by the European team. I also like trying that previously. So that's why I just set up into the CDM connector, but we find a way to make both. Yeah. And otherwise, I would like to share the demo report we make from the study package. So for the background, we put some background and the and a brief package we have from the report and from the cohort definition, and also provide the very minor information about the cohort size from your database. And secondly, is about the prevalent incident. We can see here on the screen, so we can switch look at both sets for the vampire use prevalence, or you can either choose for male or female, or you can set up for the year range to see in the narrow range of the period of time. But in our package, you can adjust the range from 2000 to 2025, for example, over here. And go down on the way, you can see the annual incident of the vampire use for the age from 18 to 49 in the childbearing age. And here's the person year by the calendar year. And the next step is about the drug utilization. Here you can see the summarize of the utilization by the median IQR or the trend over times that is stratified by the time to exposure numbers of the errors. For example, the vampire prescription rate. And last is about the table one of the characteristics from our team use study. And here's the GitHub repo. You can download the package over here. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please.
sorry. Yeah. About the study design, the core definition. As we asked you previously through the email, but you still left the valproate exposure, drug exposure in the inclusion criteria, right? And
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and you purposely separate it into the outside of the entry cohort event. But in my understanding, when you include the when you put the drug exposure in the inclusion criteria, then it becomes a binary. So it doesn't really actually capture the real time point of the of when the patient actually got the prescription of the valproate. And we did some experiment in our institution, and Hee-Jin Chang here today, who is attending today's scientific forum, she did some experiments, and I think she could give you more details, and you can listen to her opinion, and I think we can like discuss it here at the today's session. Hee-Jin?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I'm Hee-Jin,
Hi.
and well, as Dion said, I tried to check the cohort, and I found a few different about cohort definition from your code and the one from the proposal. So well, from my understand, is it right that you want to identify patient who will later use valproate and look at their information from when they first appear in the database until they start treatment? Is it right?
Sorry, can you ask again? I cannot get the question.
So as I understand, you told us that you want to identify patient who will later use valproate and look at their information from when they first appear in the database. So you can check until they start treatment.
Yes, but not exactly. Like we set up the index for the first valproate, yes, and then we set up the WhatsApp period for 1 year, and we capture like every valproate exposure yes, of the patient.
But like to like when I check the cohort and I test the original packet that you made, and then that I and the one that I modified to reflect the cohort definition in the protocol. So I found a large difference between the original index date and the actual value initiation date. So, and I also found that there's a change affected which patient were included in the cohort, and some incident years also appear to reflect the observation period start year rather than the year of valproate initiation. So, in my opinion, I think we can still examine the period before treatment without using the observation period start as the index date. We could keep the first valproate exposure as the index date and use a baseline window before it, such as like previous 1 year or like all available prior history. So, I think this would let us study the pre-treatment period while keeping the cohort consistent with the protocol. So would this approach cover what you want to examine?
Thank you for your question. I think this is quite complicated to answer your question. So we also have a debate between the study host, and here we have patients who is one of the core member who developed the protocol. So Professor Jason, could you help me to elaborate and explain more details about the way we make the cohort definition in here? Otherwise, we also have the safety who involved in making of the cohort definition. But we're not getting the conclusion for the cohort definition in our package, since we also had the protocol deviation between the cohort we make in our package and also the cohort we claim in the protocol. So maybe we also need another discussion to come up with the final cohort definition. So I understand you found some disparity between the index date of the cohort exposure and the actual event with our cohort. We need to set more criteria within the cohort definition in the in the JSON file which generate from the atlas. So for my understanding, we need to capture the very first exposure of the vampire user, right? To set up for the index date. Is that right?
Yes, I think maybe.
Yes.
Well, we have a meeting tomorrow, so I think we can have a conversation about this tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. And because this is just the demo, so we set up a very simple cohort definition, and we understand we still have long time to fish for the final cohort definition after the discussion. So I believe that I will get more. We will get more input for the cohort definition because it's very critical to match between the protocol and from the package to ensure we are going the right way.
Yep. Anyone else who are involved in this value study, you can just give us more feedback. And I think the main discussion about this in here right now, I think that is in the index day we are targeting is the first day of the valproate prescription, right? And in the
Yes.
and when we look at the court definition right now that we have, the it doesn't really actually capture the real first value prescription date. So that was the question we raised today. And yeah, anyone else who could give us more feedback, you can also join tomorrow's meeting because we will have a quick discussion about this core definition tomorrow with Phuc and Sapti and other people who are interested. And yep.
Can I say something? Yeah, because Jack will also join our meeting, tomorrow's meeting. So
oh, really?
we may have a chance to discuss with Jack and maybe Nicole, right?
Nicole.
And yeah, because that's right. The definition about the index day is the first day the patient use evaporates. Yeah, but there are several ways to define that. So that is the point we want to discuss for tomorrow. But for this study, value study, we are not doing the like a so-called outcome research, but we are just do the drug utilization and also the characterization about the cohort. So and also this is the study, the cross-national study for everyone to from any the country in Asia to do that. So the principle of the define of the research is to make it easy and simple to let everybody to use that, to join that. And as I know, depends on the database, like a database in Australia, they don't have specific information about the patient, but they have a specific information about the drug utilization, like the timing about the prescription. So we also want to think about the feature of the database partners on and how they deal with the data, and to make it that easy to do that. So that is the reason why we have research design in the beginning, and then we use the atlas, and then to collect the cohort, select the cohort, and in a simple way, and then we move on to the package. Right now, we are just to deliver the package to everyone to join that, but still have some concern or questions from many partners. So that's why tomorrow we will have a final meeting about the definition, about the cohort discussion. That's it. Yep.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Hello,
Congratulations.
This is Lynn.
Hey, Lee.
Sorry for interrupting.
Hey.
Yeah, could you let me know what time the meeting starts? I'd be happy to join if I don't have any scheduling conflicts.
Oh, sure. Tomorrow's meeting is gonna be. What time was it? Like count what time? I forgot it. Like it
Let
was
me
it like 2 p.m.
It was 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. in Korean
10
time. So
Okay.
I don't know where you are right now, Lee. So it will be 10
I'm
a.m.
in
Korean
Japan.
time. Oh, you're in Japan, so it will be like
Yes.
11 a.m. I guess. Yeah.
Sis,
And
sorry,
Yes,
Jiwon.
thank you.
yeah, and
So-
Lee, I will send you the meeting link also. So you will you could join through the link.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this link is only for those people who are involved in the project, right, Jiwon?
Yeah, in the value study.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
unfortunately,
we had the value. Yes, I think we have the value study channel in the APAC community.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the discussion. I think it's very important, right? Unfortunately, I have not seen the codes yet because we don't have the data to run here. Okay, but just a very probably a very simple questions, right? About what we need, about your slide on what we need from you. You mentioned that we need to review the exported folder, right, Phuc? So do you have any kind of a checklist for this when we review the exported folder? Probably this is for the for the rest of the people who are actually involved in the study. Yeah, just wondering. And then you mentioned about another thing, right? Is that you mentioned about some issue with the database configuration, which will return a 0 output. So how can the users actually know whether the 0 output is due to the database, the configuration issue, or the data set itself? Yeah. Sorry, I asked just based on the slides because I've not really seen the reports yet. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because here's that is the configuration, but we try to make it like as simple as possible, and just like put that in your own environment or share that to the other data partner. So you just claim here from the DB host or DB user. So they're gonna get they're gonna set up the connection string for your local database over here. Yeah. Did that answer your question for the configuration?
Yeah, so when you encounter like a 0 output, is it like due to the configuration or due to the data set itself, right? Are you able to distinguish it or how? For example, do we need to do some kind of a minimum data quality checks in the beginning of vocabulary checks on the site to see whether you really have the info that's needed in this particular package? Yeah.
Yeah, usually that is the ordinary step because like we also like when we do running the code from the RDCs, we do a lot of the experiment, and that is kind of the experience when we encounter, for example, like HR mentioned, like we cannot set up like the JDBCs to the database. That is the other issue. Like we need to configure how, and we need to like get it back to the study host to modify the package that is enabled to connect to the database by using another package. If you get the cohort generates the 0 rows on the SQL server, it means like some of the dependency related to the cohort generator, they are not matched with your environment.
So
that's kind of example. Yep.
So the 0 output is most likely due to the configuration, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And also from the dependencies.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes we all have to look at like our local dependencies and the dependencies from the package we download back into our machine. So they don't make each other. So you like came up with the 0 rows.
Okay. Got it. Then for the review of the exported folder, do you have any like guidelines or checklists to do before
you can refer to the GitHub link, and over here I make up instruction over here, so you can look at the background, the installation, and the environment, for example, and you can do some stuff and some of the checklist of the function I put here in the GitHub. Yeah. And if you're facing anything, just like email to us. So we're gonna look at like what is the problem we can help to solve it.
Okay. So to review that, we can actually go to your GitHub page to look into that. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Phuc. Any other questions from the other users? Otherwise, we will wrap up this session. So we have like 15 minutes earlier today. Yeah.
Really appreciate your presentation, Phuc. Thank you so much, as
Thank
always.
You very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juwon. Thank you, Erwin. So we hope that like
thank you, everybody.
For tomorrow's discussion, we can come to our conclusions for the cohort definition and for the next goal, we can interpret the evidence from our data partners.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and about before we end the call, we will have a community call like next at August 20th, and we're gonna also do a interpreting the evidence that we got a result from the data sites, and also we will have a regional APAC regional updates. So yeah, guys, please join the community call, and I will see you guys in a few weeks, right? Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jiwon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Phuc.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.